Yeah, it's a joy having one of the veterans of the sporting industry, sporting media, with me here in person of Mr. Ennis. Please, definitely a joy to have you. And the conversation already is building up around the Super Eagles and also our chances of reaching qualifying for the World Cup. And definitely, I know this resonates with you and seeing the challenges we've faced, and also we are currently we've also situation we've also found ourselves now, and the blinking future for our Nigerian qualification dreams. I don't know what you have to say about the journey so far. 6 games for the Super Eagles, and definitely how do you think we should look ahead with 4 games to go?
Sam, it is something very, very deep, very hurting, and very painful when you discover that over the years, I think there was only one time we qualified for the World Cup with games to spare. The few times we've been to the World Cup, there's always a fight at the end. Why is that? Those first qualifying games, players don't take them seriously. And that's exactly what happened in this case. Those first 2-3 games of the qualifying series, we never take them seriously. And that is where we lose it. And so we have this attitude of always jumping at the last time to start scrambling and running around. And we start doing mathematics and all of that. We forget that when you clean up those early points, you go to sleep. So those are the challenges. Osimhen did not show up. A couple of the other players were not there in those early games. You were talking about match day 6 is gone already. How many points do the Super Eagles have on the board? 7. That means out of 18 points, Sam, we have 7 points. Where are the 11 points? Thrown away into the forest. 11 points are gone. So it's really very painful when you look at that. And do you know what it means? It means that the management, I think I've discussed with you somewhere before about management. The management of the Super Eagles have not been able to understand and make the players to see that, look, rather than missing games at the beginning, you can miss at the end. When we already built up an 8-point gap, we can say, okay, Osimhen, you can relax. Lookman, relax. Let's use these people. No matter how much these people try, they will not catch up with us. There was a qualifying series we did. I think it was for the AFCON, where 3 points were deducted from us. But we still ended up qualifying.
It's a World Cup.
Look,
Algeria.
Why was that? Look, we had already built up these points ahead of time. Oh, it was a World Cup qualifier. Thank you. That is exactly what I'm saying. So when 3 points were, Nigerians did not even notice. Nobody, the kind of complaint the sporting media would have shouted, the mismanagement, we did not even say anything, because when those points were deducted, they had no effect on the position of the Super Eagles on the table. So that is exactly the point, sir. We need to begin to build that up, that you must wake up, you must set forth at dawn. Let me borrow from the sage, Wole Soyinka. That is the title of his book. You must set forth at dawn. We need to wake up early in qualifying series. I know this one is far gone already. I don't know how we're going to do it. We are hoping. We are praying. People are in the mosques. People are in the churches doing vigils. Let's pray. If we get this double header 6 points, I think it puts us back on track, no matter how. If we are able. But the Super Eagles I have seen, these Super Eagles, we discussed something before, and you were talking about having this blend of local players and foreign-born players. There is something about local players when they play for the Super Eagles. They know what it means. When you see a Victor Osimhen, for instance, sorry though, he never played in the local league, but he understands what the Super Eagles mean to Nigerians. When Osimhen is wearing that jersey, you can see it in him. If all the players, the 11 players on the pitch per time, have that kind of mentality, Nigeria will win every game. Unfortunately, we don't. The players just want to play by skill. They want to play by what the coach said, and all. They don't have that self-motivation. Look, outside of the coach, outside of the NFL, there are 200 million Nigerians who are dependent on me, irrespective of what the NFF is doing, irrespective of whatever the coach is saying. And I need to prove that on this field of play. When we have such players, if the Super Eagles can go to Bloemfontein and do that, unfortunately, I've not seen the Super Eagles do that. But look, let's keep our fingers crossed. The chances are not lost yet. The door is not closed. So we just hope and believe that the Super Eagles will find a way to get us there. At least, even if everything ends up whatever, if we can get these 6 points, it will be a wonderful thing for Nigeria and Nigerians to raise our spirits and say, okay, good, we can give it a fight. But because when you look back and see that out of 18 points, we only have 7. Sam, not even half. We only have 7 points out of 18. It's a big shame and it's embarrassing that, like I heard somebody telling you before, 2 African footballers of the year back to back, and they are sitting down, they can't make it to the World Cup. That will be a big disgrace to them. So I hope and believe that amongst them and their teammates, they can be able to motivate themselves to do something special for Nigeria in these 2 upcoming games.
All right, thank you. You've had it all from Mr. Ernest. Definitely the players will surely be able to see how best they can make the best of their disappointing situation and potentially see how they can grind out the maximum points in their upcoming games, and hopefully they can listen to the word of the elders and take the action, take the bold step, ensuring that Nigeria do not go to bed without ensuring that getting a World Cup place. Know that it's somewhat a birthright for Nigeria, and as a country who boasts as the most powerful and populous nation in the world, definitely have no reason or excuse whatsoever when you have teams like Iran already qualifying for such a big tournament. So I think definitely it's a good one that we're having this conversation, and hopefully the players will get to hear us out and at least take this challenge in their own hands and ensure that yes, they deliver for Nigeria, deliver for themselves, and ensure that yes, their future is also preserved and their potentials is also magnified by their qualification to the World Cup. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks.